Come with me today as I go on a spirit-led assignment. One of my friends from primary school has been visiting me through my dreams. I haven't seen this person in over 20 years, and they keep on asking me to come to their house. So I'm not sure what they're looking for, but please come join me as we find out. Okay, I asked someone. They don't know her. The first person I asked, they don't know her. So there is a shop that's coming up. They said I must go to that shop, and I asked there. Surprisingly, I see a house, and I feel like I've been here before. Deja vu type of vibe. I think that's her house right there. I'm going to take a risk and go and ask there by the shop. But let's see what happens when we get there, because sometimes spirits tends to take over when it's time for them to do so. So if I don't go to that shop, I might just go straight into that house and just ask. But I think that's the house that we're looking for. It's exactly that one. I feel like I've been here before. Well, I probably have, because it was back in the days when we were young, because me and her were very close and I was really fond of her. I'm not sure why, but I guess let's find out. I mean, things always make sense later. With the spirits, there's no logic sometimes, so you just find out when you find out. So come with me. Okay, I did ask people. You'll be surprised what I found out. This person has passed away. I don't know why she needs me to come see her. Okay, that's her house. I remember it now. She passed on, guys. So maybe they need closure. I don't know. So let's go to her house and find out, because apparently she passed away already. I'm not sure how long ago, but let's go and find out. Thank you. There's a house right there. I go on the streets. This is where I grew up, guys. Do you understand? I'm happy. Okay, guys. There's no one in this house. I have knocked and knocked and knocked. There's no one helping or answering. But for the fact that I'm here, I think we're gonna pray and ask her for guidance. What does she need from me, and so I can be able to assist her. She has been visiting me probably second time now, but there's no one. Doesn't look like anyone lives here, but there's footprints. The door is not locked, but there's no one in the house, so I can't take a video either, because permission and all that stuff. Oh man, principal to Hi guys, it's been a long day. I'm super tired. I'm exhausted, but the assignment is completed. So my friend, we'll call her Peggy, she gave me permission to actually speak about this, because she's no more, and I am not going to post any pictures of her or any pictures of her family, but I am allowed to tell you guys this story. So Peggy came through to me a couple of times, and she said I needed to go to her house. I just didn't understand why. I honestly didn't know why I was here, what assignment this was for and about. So I went to her mom's house. There was no one. Apparently there's two people that stay there, the brothers, but I mean, they also have their own lives. They do their own things whenever they need to. So I didn't find anyone. By luck, because I was just about to leave, and she told me that, no man, you have to go back. I went back, and I found her older brother, and he was drunk around 10 a.m 11, I think it was around 12 a.m, sorry. He was drunk. I knew I was not going to have a conversation with that person, but I asked him, can I go to Peggy's house, sorry. And he said, okay, that's fine. He will show me where to go. So I asked these other two beautiful women to help me. They were sitting, not doing much. I'm like, let's take a walk. And they took me straight to her house. I get there, I found Peggy's older child. I can't remember her name. But I spoke to her and I explained to her why I was there, how I know Peggy, that Peggy and I used to go to primary school together. And yeah, she said no, she confirmed that Peggy passed away about 2 years ago, and she was the one taking care of the family. She's the mother to all the kids. And wow, that was sad because there's about 5 children. She's the oldest. The youngest child is 2 years old, and obviously that's super painful as a parent, knowing that your kids are behind. So Peggy was telling me how she's worried about her kids, and that's why she sent me there. And I'm like, okay, let's see what else. So I started speaking to this child, the older child, the girl child, and I asked her what's going on. She doesn't talk much. She doesn't like to talk. It's like she's used to not saying anything. Even when she's in pain, even when she doesn't like anything, she would never say anything. She'd rather keep quiet, okay? And we spoke briefly, and she mentioned something about the aunt. Okay, only to find out the aunt doesn't live very far, like less than 5 minutes walk. I decided to go to the aunt's house to speak to her, because I just still didn't understand what the assignment is, what she needed me to do, right? Okay, perfect. I went to the sister's house. I get there, I tell her, Peggy sent me here. She said this, and that. And she's like, I don't understand. But we started talking. Now she gets deep into things. And we spoke for probably 4 hours, 5 hours. She explained the pain of her and her sister, how they didn't get along. They were fighting. She also didn't understand why they're fighting, but it's one of those things where you would have friends that don't really like to see you guys together. So she caused a big rift between them. They didn't get along at all. But towards when Peggy was sick and she was about to die, the sister came through. I mean, my blood is my blood, type of vibe. And she said she came through for Peggy, and she took care of her. So I asked what else is going on, and she explained that she doesn't get along, the aunt doesn't get along with Peggy's first child. And I now want to understand why. And the aunt now explains to me that this child doesn't listen. She's very naughty. And also with the mom, they didn't get along. They used to fight a lot. And so she actually told me a whole lot, like a whole lot. She poured her heart out. You can hear this in her voice. There was so much pain and suffering. She needed healing. She probably needed a listening ear, I think, because sometimes we go through so many things that we don't even know how to sort them out. We don't know who to speak to. We don't even know how to start this conversation, because sometimes you tell people, but you tell the wrong person, and they use all that information against you. We don't like that, So okay, fine. I ended up asking the aunt, I'm like, can we kindly please sit down with the kids and try and figure out what is this and how do we sort it out? Because I picked this up from Peggy's oldest child, that she was not happy about a whole lot of things and how the aunt would treat them. And I picked up from the aunt that she also feels like the child is not listening to her. She wants to be like a parent, but obviously she can't be a parent because she's a child. And the aunt also tells me something very interesting. She says to me, Peggy's husband or baby daddy, I'm not sure if they're married, but I doubt they're not married. I can't see a marriage there. Wanted them to date because he feels like he can't get someone else. He feels like he would be happy with Peggy's sister, but Peggy's sister decided that was not going to work because of what people would say, and she's not comfortable dating her sister's boyfriend. Okay. So I insist that we sit down with the other kids. So they come back from school, we sit down, I call all the kids, all 5 of them. The youngest is 2, there's 3 other ones and the older one. and the aunt, and I ask, guys, what do you think the issue is? So the number 2 child, the second child to Peggy, says to me, the reason why we are here is because my aunt and my sister are not getting along. Sister, which is the older child, they're not getting along. And the reason why they don't get along is because our aunt is now dating our dad. And I ask, when did this happen? When did they start dating? And they say that the aunt actually answers and says, this happened recently, actually. The reason why this happened, or I started dating or considered dating this man, is because he was not taking care of the kids. He would send like 500 rand home, and there's like 5 kids. They need food, they need electricity, they need school things. So 500 rand is not a lot of money. And when I asked them, why are you sending so little money to the kids, and he said he is struggling because the partners that he's getting are not giving him the support that he needs. They actually take the money away from him than actually using the money to take care of the kids. So he needs a stable partner who's going to help him raise these kids, because when he gets home, he gets really sad because of the loneliness and the mother's not there, the void basically. So she decided to actually date this man, specifically because they will be doing something together, which is raising the kids, which is they will be helping each other to raise the kids, because the aunt only has 1 child. And now she went from having 1 child to having 6 kids. So you can imagine how difficult that is. Well, they don't live in the same house because Peggy has a house. It's a walking distance. But obviously managing 2 households now is something that she didn't plan on doing. But with the support of this man, they would be able to raise the kids together. And this only happened recently, apparently in December. And the older child has an issue with that situation, where why would her aunt date her dad? And she feels like the aunt is trying to replace her mom, firstly. Secondly, money issues, because you obviously think that if your aunt is going to date your dad, she will take all the monies away from your dad. So the older child is the one with the issue. We ask all the other kids, they're like, they don't have any issues because they got along very well with their aunt. It's just the aunt, sometimes when she is mad, she will mention things that are not nice and they don't like it. And the older child just doesn't want the aunt to date the dad at all. The dad is not there, so he's at work, but he's only coming back tomorrow. So where are we? Okay, so I speak to all the kids and I tell them what do they want to see. The younger kids don't have any issues. The older child doesn't want to talk at all. She is very reserved, but at some point she opened up. She's like, aunt, I don't like how you speak to us. And I told the aunt, I'm like, you know what, you need to start having a relationship with these kids. You need to build a relationship with these kids. By you saying that you will not do this or you don't want to do that, you're not building any relationship with these kids. You need to teach them how to be your kids, as much as they're older, but you need to also calm down and have a proper conversation with them like adults. Don't scream, don't say words that you will not be able to take back, because sometimes we say things because we're mad and you don't know how they're affecting the other person, and once you say something you can't take it back, right? So the aunt says, if you guys have a problem with me dating your dad, I will stop, but the privileges will go away, because your dad asked me that we date because he wants a stable relationship and he wants to raise you guys, and I came in with a good heart, not because I want to take away from you guys. But if you don't want me to date your dad, I will gladly move away from it, but I don't know what will happen, and please don't hold me accountable, because I'm unemployed and I don't have any form of support to support you guys. Your dad is the only person that can help you guys get through school and all that stuff that you need. But if that's what you guys want, then I will do it. The younger kids didn't have a problem. The older child didn't reply. I said out loud to everyone, I'm like, telling the kids as well, I'm like, sometimes you don't like the situation that you're in, but you don't know what kind of situation you could be in. So now You are busy not liking what the aunt is doing, but you don't know if she stops and another woman comes, what are the odds that that woman that comes loves you and takes care of you, and what if that woman comes and she just takes away from you, or she even throws you out of the house? Where are you gonna go? Because your aunt is the only person that you have at this point. Look at it in 50-50 ways. What are the benefits here? What are the pros? What are the disadvantages and advantages of this situation? And you can't be getting involved in adult issues. If you are a child, please be a child. Focus on being a child. Forget about what the adults are doing. As long as you are comfortable, your aunt is not here to take things away. And when I connect with my friend and I ask her, Peggy, how do you feel about this situation? She's like, I don't have a problem with my sister dating my husband, because I would rather have my sister raise my kids than have a stranger taking care of my kids. So if the kids have an issue, but she doesn't have an issue, but obviously society is also going to have an issue, what do we do? I told her, you can't leave this man because of the kids. What if you guys are in love? What if you genuinely love this man and he loves you? What about your happiness? What about his happiness? Yes, it's uncomfortable, but you guys need to sit down and have a conversation with your partner, and you explain to him that you need to talk to your kids like they are adults. They understand the situation. You cannot do things and be quiet about it, and they must hear things from the streets, or they must make their own assumptions with what is going on. It's best that you sit the kids down and you speak to them and you explain to them. If they have issues, that's when you're going to have to start the conversation from there, and you decide how you're going to handle the situation from there off, right? And yeah, so that's where the conversation really ended, and I asked them to kind of forgive each other and be patient with each other, because everybody's grieving and they're grieving in their own way. So can we kindly try and be a little bit more patient, a little bit more kind, and communicate, because some things can be really communicated. You can actually talk about it, and whatever you say with your mouth, you can actually, if you break something with your mouth, you can actually fix it again with your mouth, which is the communication that's needed. So yeah, there's a lot more that I have, but I'd rather stop here because some of this information is personal and is very sensitive. So in a case where this video goes out there and the kids actually come across it, I don't want certain information coming out, and it might be detrimental basically to the family. So but for now, I hope and I pray to God, and I ask them for love and light. I ask God to give them love and light, so that they forgive each other, they love each other, and they find peace and hope and harmony in their lives. Thank you so much. Peace.